Hi students! Today in our language arts lesson we are going to be reading the passage called The Cat That Could Surf. So from looking at the title, what do you think we're going to be reading about? It seems like this cat or someone's kitty cat likes to go surfing on the beach, but we'll have to read the passage to find out what it talks about. Okay. Ben was a cat. He was a cool cat. Oh, so he's pretty cool. Must be pretty popular. You have to read on. He could surf. Oh, so he could surf. Ben could swim out to the waves. Then he could stand up and surf the waves. He loved to surf. He felt happy when he surfed. So many people would come to see Ben surf. All the people loved to see Ben, the cat, surf. He loved it. So in this passage, Ben was the cat's name and he loved to surf out on the ocean, which is pretty cool. Have you guys seen a cat that could surf or any animals that could surf? I don't think I have, but I need to Google it and find out. But yeah, after you read the passage, you are going to answer these 4 questions below. How did Ben feel when he surfed? A, he was scared. B, he was mad. C, he did not have fun. D, he was happy. So if I were you, I would go back to the passage to see where it says how Ben felt about surfing. And then question 2, what other title might work for this story? A, the dog who surfed. B, Ben the cat. C, the lost cat. D, cats do not surf. So, yeah, you're going to circle which one of these titles also works for this passage. 3, what was the main idea in the story? A cat surfing. B, a cat swimming. C, a cat eating. Or D, a cat getting lost. So you're going to also circle which one of these ideas best fits with the passage we just read above. And then question 4, where does the story take place? A, at a park. B, at a beach. C, inside. D, at a zoo. So you're going to see where the story took place. And what is that term where the story takes place? It's called the setting of the story. So the setting is describes the place where the story is located. It could be a specific city that the passage might state, or it could just give like a general background of where the story is. So it could be in the woods, it could be in the beach, it could be in the desert, it could be in Antarctica, or like where it snows and it's icy all the time. So the setting also describes question number 4. And then on vocabulary, so you're going to look back at the passage to see what 2 bold words were from the passage. So you could see waves is going to be one of your vocab words that you need to describe based on the given information, and people. So you're going to put waves and people, and you can put a sentence that best describes waves, or you can draw a picture of waves, and the same for people. And if you look over here on this side, word work. Color the words in the passage that best match each category below. So for red, you're going to look for words that contain the vowel E. So let me do an example for you guys. So if you're going to go back, words that contain the vowel E. So let's do the first sentence. Ben was a cat. Now, on the first word, ben, B-E-N. So, ben would be an example of a word that contains the vowel E. So, you would underline ben. But was a cat. You would not underline the rest of them because they do not have the letter E. But even if you look in the title, the has the letter E at the end, the cat that could surf. But the rest of the title does not have letters E in them. So you would underline the and ben, and you will do that for the rest of the passage. Look for words that contain the letter E. And then words that end with S. So let's find an example in the passage above, which words that end with the letter S. So let's see. He was a cool cat. He could surf. Ben could swim out to the, he could swim out to the waves. So we're looking for words that end with S. So waves would be an example because it ends with the letter S. So we would underline waves blue. So that's an example of ending words with the letter S. And then for green, words that have 4 letters. So let's look for an example of a word with 4 letters. So after waves, we have then. How many letters does then have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then has 4 letters. So we would underline that green because it has 4 letters in the word. He, 1, 2. He would not be 1 because it only has 2 letters. Let's see if could is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, not could because it has 5 letters. Now what about stand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand has 5 letters, so we would not underline that word. And then up, 1, 2, that has 2 letters, so that would not work. And 1, 2, 3, that would not work since it has 3 letters. Surf, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that word would work because it has 4 letters in the word. The, 1, 2, 3. The only has 3 letters, so that would not work. And waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if this was the word wave, it would work because that would make it 4 letters. But since they have that S at the end, that makes it 5 letters. So that would not work. It would not underline that word green. So surf is a good example of 4 letters. And then let's go over the last one, which is words that begin with H. So we would underline that one orange. So let's see if we can find any words that begin with the letter H. He, now he begins with the letter H. So you would underline he. Felt. Now, felt begins with the letter F, so that one would not work. Happy. Now, happy begins with H, so we would underline that one, orange. When. Now, when does have the letter H, but it does not begin. If it did, that word would be hen. But since we have a W, that would not work. He. Now, he's one, so we would underline he. Surf. Now, surf begins with the letter S, so that would not work. So that's an example of how you would underline the words with red, green, blue, and orange. And I'm going to post this worksheet, the cat that could surf, on Class Dojo, so you guys can get more practice with this. Thank you so much.